Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Let me know if it's still choppy sound. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Let me know if the sound is any better now. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay. All right. So what we'll do is I'll restart this. Well, you know what? Okay, now sound okay now. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Let's keep checking. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I'll just refresh it. Sound okay now? Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare. Oh, by the way, whoever wants to come on, if you can go and find that link that's always on the other things, it's good for this. You can come on. It's a little hard for me on the phone to. So anyway, find the link on the other programs we have all. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare. There we go. Thanks, Bhakti Tom. Took care of that. Max. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, let's try this. Let me know after I put this on. It's a sound problem. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Check it now, Ivo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Ah. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Amy, welcome. I gotta give you a call sometime soon. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, oh my Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Woo. Oh, see, Tom backstage. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Watch out for Lilita's long conversations. Don't let her trap you into a long conversation. Otherwise, you'll start becoming an ecstatic devotee. It's a trick. It's like how Lord Caitanya tricked Sarvabhauma, got him in a long conversation, and he became purified. And all of a sudden, he starts laughing and crying. So watch out for her tricks. You'll start becoming mad like her. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's how. What do you think? How do you think River got it? She had long conversations with Lalita. They talked for hours. Watch out for those long. You start laughing and crying. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Remember, I was wondering, what is Lalita doing? All these long conversations. Janaki's laughing and crying too, and also long conversation with Janaki. Watch out, man! Don't run away if you don't want to become a mad woman. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Maria's finished, man. She's had long conversations. Also, she even says, I met her yesterday, and she says, God, I feel like things are changing inside. Yeah, he has long conversations with Lalita. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya has a lot of tricks to get us purified. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. See, I'm a whistleblower, man. Blow the whistle on everybody here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Expose Radha and Krishna's government. The deep state of the deep state. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you talk with the Lalita about. You can chit chat or anything. It's the vibration that gets you. Hare Krishna, Krishna. It's all a trick. Hare Krishna, transcendental trick. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. By the way, that we're engaged in the transcendental Groundhog Day. We do everything that people do with this transcendental. We get up, do the same. People get up, go to work, same old every day. Go to the job, meet their family, play with the kids, And we do the same thing, get up every day, play with Krishna, chant Hare Krishna, but it's always ever fresh and different. Isn't that amazing? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. All right. Man, this Maria is a jewel. She is fantastic. And, so humble, so ready. And it's amazing to see. She says, I feel like I can relate to this. And she had that dream, oh, this is what it was. It reminded me of that dream, and it's amazing. Krishna's drawing his own here, and they know it. It's like Jesus said, I know mine and mine know me. See, they know who Krishna, they know intuitively. It's so nice to see people, and picking up people, that are feeling like that, feeling, wow, I can really. That's the way, when I first came to Krishna consciousness in 1980. As soon as I got Prabhupada's book, I said, it was just like picking up Jesus's book. The same thing. Wow, this man knows God. This. And I was down at the temple in 2 minutes. I just read one sentence in Science and Self. I said, this man knows God. And I went right down the day. Here's my money. Here's my car. Here's my trailer. Here's my home. Everything. It's just people that know. And then I read the book. I say, this is my tribe. I belong here. So many, are taking birth just for this. Why not? Just like when the Lord came here, they took birth to be with the Lord. What are we doing? We're bringing Lord Caitanya, aren't we? Isn't that Lord Caitanya here? Doing the same tricks, long conversations he had with Sarva, 7 days. You don't even need that long now. He does it in 6, 7. He's sitting there talking to Maria for she was talking to Maria for hours, and then talks to Janaki for hours, and River for hours. And look at them, they become really ecstatic. It's the same thing. It's just revived, and he uses us to do what he did back then. You know, defeating the like he uses me maybe to defeat all the illusionists, and with some proper philosophy, and then he'll use others for different things, to accomplish what? To save the souls, in this dark place. What a great time, man. It is so dark here in this world, man, and this is so much light. Isn't it? So much. It's what a contrast. What a perfect backdrop. That's why the Lord always does it. Got to have the really dense darkness and a really bright light. Perspective. How can you not see, man? When it's so dark and then you see real light, man, it's just so. Oh, and there it is. You ever get those these bright LED lights? You shine it in the darkness. You could actually see the beam in the darkness. That's what we're doing. You can see the beam, and it is so dark. And the darker it is, the brighter the beam. You notice that? You can quote me on this, Tom. This is another one. That's how it is. That's why the Lord appears when it's dark, to show what light is. Otherwise, nobody knows what it is. You think the mode of goodness, this is so bright that even the darkness of the mode of goodness is exposed. Okay? That's when something phenomenal is ready to happen, or is already happening. The devotees are like that. They bring, something brighter than even good in the world. The good and evil. That's still a covering, man. It's still what God said, don't partake of eating from the tree. See, the tree of good and evil has these branches, good and evil. That's why you have the good people and the bad people. They eat these different fruits from that tree. And it causes them to be connected to that tree. See, we're connected to another tree. You notice this tree of Lord Caitanya's devotion, love of God. It's another tree. See? Eat of this tree. That's why we get people. Come on, eat of this tree. This tree is fantastic, man. It'll bust the good and evil thing. That pattern. What do you call? That's the cycle of birth and death. Good and evil. Good and evil. Material dualities. See? Come into the spiritual world. This is spiritual duality. That's why it's very natural here. Once you start loving Krishna, it's very natural. Well, I loved my kids before. I loved my money. That's all Krishna in the material world, in the darkness, in the shadow form. Then when you start loving Krishna, it's fantastic, man. Well, man, this is like going to the top of the mountain, man. Like getting a lift. You ever see those lifts that take you to the top of the mountain? You just sit back on the lift and it takes you all the way up to the top of the mountain, man. That's our little Sangha here. Get on the lift, man. Get a lift. You want a lift? Or you want to walk up that mountain, man? You want to huff and puff and who knows what you'll encounter on the way. A lot of people, a lot of beings don't want you to get up that mountain. It's called Maya. It's darkness. You ever go down these trails going up mountains and you lose your way? You lose the trail. No, how can you lose the trail? You're sitting on the lift. The lift knows where you're going. The lift is the acharya, man. The lift is the book, Bhagavad, is the real map, that the only acharya, the real spiritual master can ascertain. Just get on the lift, man, and we're just going right there. The map, we're right on course. And no problem at all. Why have all these problems out there in the darkness? You got a lot of guides out there. They're wannabe guides. They're not real guides. They're not experienced guides. They've never been to the top of the mountain. They can't put you on the lift. They can't read the map properly. Proof is ISKCON, Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Speed. Nobody's got anybody there except this Sangha. We're getting people to the top of the mountain already. Can you see anybody on the top of the mountain? Well, if you're chanting in ecstasy, oh, there you go, man. You've been on the lift long enough to get up there. So we are in a process to end good and evil. It's still only possible when there is no judgment. Until there is judgment, there is always good and evil. Yes and no. See, that's the thing. You can't do it on your own. And you can't do it on your own. That's why the acharya to preach comes down what they call madhyamadikari. To preach distinctions, judgments. You got to make judgment. You got to judge things accurately. Otherwise, you start to think that even things that are good are transcendental. And that's the problem in Vaishnavism. It's a big problem. And Bhakti Siddhanta, he wrote a whole book on the difference between a Brahmin and a Vaishnava. To start working on this problem. Bhakti Vinod Thakur said, the Brahmins are committing offenses against the Vaishnavas. And that's the same thing. We're still working on that problem. This is a big problem to work on. It's still in force. The Brahmins, you gurus out there, you ain't any better than a Brahmin. Come here and prove that you're better than a Brahmin. Come here and chant Hare Krishna with us. Let us see that you have the symptoms that are in this book, accurately described here. I can put your nose right in this book, and I'll force you to see this. I'll make this Magnify this so closely. I'll show you what the symptoms of being more than a Brahmin is. And you can prove to us that you are more than a Brahmin, because when you pick up, the tool of the holy name and you chant it, let us see that actually you have the real mercy of Radha and Krishna on you. Because if you do, you'll have intimacy. And if you really have intimacy, you'll be laughing and crying just like they do. If you have real communion and not just this wafer and grape juice trip. External communions. Shadows of the truth. Prove that you're beyond good. Just being good, a good guru. Then there's no problem. But, because none of them really probably are, and prove us wrong, that's okay. I'd love to be wrong. That means we found another brother. Actually, if anyone's out there that's a real guru, that's a real spiritual master, transcendental to the modes of nature, knows what it is to abandon all varieties of religion and surrender to Krishna, they will love this preaching. But I don't see anybody who really does, because we're exposing their darkness. See, with this is an LED, transcendental LED light. Shined all the way on all the darkness, the dense darkness, man. So those who are looking for this, they can see it. But if you're blinded by the darkness, think the darkness is the light, think even the mode of goodness is the high thing, Varnashram Dharma is the highest goal of life, well, you won't see this light because you're blind. You're blinded by that darkness. We're here to deliver people. You want Varnashram Dharma? Go to Radhanath. Go to Jaipataka. Go to these Raganuga Bhaktis without the Raganuga. Go out to the spontaneous devotees without the spontaneous devotion. Go to the purebhakti.com without the pure bhakti. Go there. If you want pure bhakti, come here. Because here you get what you see. You get what you hear. This is beyond hypocrisy. Okay? We're here to help those persons stuck in that level of darkness. Proof is in the pudding. I can see, you can see these things, and they can't. They're just blinded by it. They think, oh no, this is the highest thing. This is purebhakti.com without the pure bhakti. Oh, that's the truth. No, that ain't the truth. This is the truth. That's it. You see, I got to make a judgment. I got to find that's a fault. You're in a fault. You're in when you have an earthquake, the fault opens, right? And in the earth, and you fall in this darkness. Well, that's one of those. Got to make a judgment. You're in a fault, man. This word is like a rope, man. It goes into the fault, and you just grab it, and you're lifted out of the fault. You got to make a judgment, but that's why Jesus said, "I come to save the world, not judge it. But my judgment is just." He had to make judgments. He had to call the Pharisees. Don't worship the Pharisees. They're vipers, man. I say the same thing. Don't worship these Brahmins. Don't worship these sannyasis. Don't even worship these gurus. Not when this light is here. When this light is here, come and listen to this word, and you'll see it's light, man. And that's still dark. If it wasn't dark, you would have lots of devotees laughing and crying and choking up when they chant the holy name. That's only here. See? We only see your nose. Yeah. I need to, if you want to see more, let's see. Well, let's see. Let's try this. Let's go back. Yeah, it's because of this. Yeah. Any better? Yeah. Well, I have to take maybe somebody off. Who wants to go off? No, not Lolita. Who? Who else? River? Okay. Just gonna take one off just so we have the thing. All right, so let's see, how do I get somebody? Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Is that yeah, that's better. You can see more. Sorry about that, guys. All I have is the phone, so uh, so anyway, that's why we make distinctions for that reason. You know. Uh, yeah, this is the wonderful thing about Krishna consciousness. You see why, in Vrindavan, the devotees are meeting Krishna every day. It seems like they're doing basically the same thing. They go, and they do the same routine. They go for breakfast, they wake up, just like us. But it's ever fresh, and you won't know that until you start getting into the spiritual potency and see how ever fresh it is. It's amazing. It's always new and newer and newer and fresh. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Otherwise, we're in the Groundhog Day of the world. See? That's why people keep looking for new experiences, but after a while, you run out of them. That's why people they want to leave the planet. They're tired of doing same old, same old. After a while, you get bored, man. You only can go so much, and just you can only get so much money, and then you get bored. And what's after that? Well, let's see. We can go after control, but there's a ceiling on that. Okay? And you can control even the whole universe, and still you're just not satisfied until you find the spiritual potency. See? That's why this preaching is for everybody. You know, even a demon, big demon who's after control and wants to become like God in this world and everything, they'll never be satisfied. Hiranyakashipu was a god in this universe, literally. He was the biggest demon, and he even overtook the demigods, all the good people in the universe. He was in control of them, and he was not happy. That's why these stories are here, to give us, some insight. Do you want to spend many lifetimes to become like that? Or do you want to become the good person who controls the universe by good deeds and all that stuff, and you're worshipped? Oh, he's the good person. Oh, he's so magnanimous. Look, he built so many hospitals. Oh, he's so fantastic. And you get a nice high position in the demigods because you're in the good. You're not in the hood now. You're in the good. But you still can't get out of this universe. And you'll never be satisfied. It's never fully. You got to build more hospitals and more of this, or whatever they do up there. You just exhaust your good deeds up there because you got to come down here and build it again. It's like building a house. See, and then you're living in it for a while. It gets old. Literally, like in the spirit, gets old, and then it's exhausted, and you got to come down here and build again. Get good deeds and do good things. You see people doing on the merry-go-round. See, if you don't have this knowledge, what are you going to do? You don't know there's another goal beyond this. You can't set your goal, the highest goal of life. That's all we preach here, right? The highest goal of life is devotion to Krishna. And we talked about that yesterday. I could just sit on that verse. The highest goal of life is love of Godhead. The supreme perfection is love of God. Why don't we just say that, as a mantra until the whole world realizes the supreme goal of life? We need to be putting that on social media. They should be putting on that on the mainstream news. The goal of life is love of Godhead, but they don't. The goal of life is to be in fear. The goal of life is fear-mongering. The goal of life is to be afraid of an invisible virus. The goal of life is to be locked up in your thing. The goal of life, this is so miserly. This is so dark. The goal of life is to enslave humanity. And do it by trickery and lies. What a low bottom feeding life. You elites, man, you don't know how to live. You should come over here. We'll teach you how to live. We'll teach you what real wealth is. Real wealth, the happiness of liberating others and feeling yourself elevated every day, elevated in your love for God and humanity. To increase in real power. This is real. You want power, man? This is power. This is power over illusion, man. That you're in. You're used by illusion. I use illusion to destroy it. No, you don't know how much potency is here. My God, it's right there. I'll read you a scripture, man. Nectar Devotion says the cowherd boys and the residents of Vrindavan are almost as powerful as Krishna. That's the truth. That's still how we defeat Maya. It's just like it was play for Krishna, it's play for us. The Lord uses us. We're that intimate. You don't know what you're dealing with. Don't tangle with Lalita. Watch out. You'll get entangled in Vrindavan. All of a sudden, you'll be laughing and crying like the people over there. Don't have any long conversations there, Tom. Otherwise, you'll be also doing the same. I think he's already talking to her. Watch out. Yeah. God, where am I? Oh yeah, I was going to read that. Okay. Where's my book? Where's the book? Where's the book? It's nice to see Maria likes this book. Yeah. You hear her yesterday? If you watch the thing, she says, "Oh, is there a movie about this?" We were watching the movie. She's like, "It's amazing." What a just pure-hearted people come. It's amazing. Her heart of gold. Man. Healer too. By the way, we're gonna maybe let's work on Ranga. Let's get him healed too. Let's get kidneys working with River. See, Krishna's brought us our version of John of God. Better version, actually. See, anything that's needed in this Sangha comes. Everybody was asking, we need a healer here. We got a lot of sick people in Belgium and UK. They all seem to be sickly. Those people over there. They've been on too much of the big pharma over there. We'll get Johan fixed up too. That guy's always a little bit ill. We'll get River peeing in her bed. Make her really happy. I peed my bed, all right. Okay, so Majjhikanda chapter. Chapter. Yeah, chapter 2. Continuing on. In great humility. This is page 249, by the way, the middle part. In great humility, the Lord would fall down and catch the feet of the Vaishnavas. He would render menial service to them by wringing the wet cloth. Oh no, I'm going to go back. Heartwarming words such as these would fill Vishwambara with joy. Okay, wait, I'm going to go back again. Being pleased with his behavior, the devotees would bless him, saying, "May you develop unflinching devotion to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna." See, you see the preaching of the devotees back then? You see what their intent, it wasn't any, You know, the hand job. May you develop varnashram dharma. May you become really excellent in the rules and the regulations and the ceremonies and the dry wafer giving and the fire sacrifices. No, may you develop unflinching devotion to Krishna. What does that mean? May your eyes fill with tears when you chant Radha and Krishna's name. Yeah? May you laugh like a madman when you're playing with Krishna. So intimate. Yes, this is a hand job. You know, that's all it is, a hand job. Hey, man, what do you got to say about this, Karuna? You're a bell ringer now. Do you see a proof? He's one of Prabhupada called them bell ringers, and he's literally a bell ringer, man. He goes and posts a video ringing bells, man. Ceremonies. There you go. You go do that for a while. That's great. Have your, you know, well, you ring the bells and we'll ring our bells, man. This is our bell. We ring this kind of bell. You go ring that. Bang, 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 bang. They did that in the temple also. Prabhupada called them bell ringers, man. All right, man. Nah, I know. This is good. What you're doing is good, man. Just follow your heart, man. No problem. I'm just joking around a little bit, sort of. Yeah. Always chant Krishna's name and only hear Krishna's glories. Why? Because it gets us out of the good and bad, good and evil of this world. Because they're transcendental to the glories of this mundane world. See, the mundane world is glorious. It has to be. It's connected with God, but it's a shadow of the glory of the real God, the true God, Shuddha Bhakti, man, God, Satchidananda God, just a shadow. And you can tell because when you get this Bhakti Lata Bij by be connected with this Sangha here, oh, you'll be glorifying Radha and Krishna's name and ecstasy. It gives you an uplifted feeling. Okay? That's beyond this world. People look at you that feel good even. They go, well, what's going on with you? What are you feeling? What, you love this name, this Hare Krishna mantra, and your feelings are really like something I've never seen before. Oh, now you're Raganuga material. Yes, come see what that is. Oh, yes, these feelings are fantastic, man. Ever fresh. Oh, and pure, like gold. Purifying, take all the hatred out of your heart. You won't be a good person who hates the evil person, and you won't be the evil person who hates the good. Come over here and you'll be one who loves God and loves the good and evil. No, well, I don't know if you love good and evil, but you want to help the good and evil in this world become devotees of the transcendental Lord, because it's all in us. We have that potential. We're the first fruits. Fruit, fruit. Remember the fruit seller came and gave her fruit to Krishna, and her basket was filled with jewels. Okay? And then she looked at the jewels, and she thought, huh. She thought, no, I like the real jewels, his love for Krishna. She threw her jewels in the river, which is not so smart. Got to use those jewels to, so she didn't have to work so much, so she can think about Krishna more. I mean, that's intelligent. See, renunciation, you're still stupid. You think, oh, take money and I'm going to throw it away. No, I don't do that. You give me money, I use it so I can sit here more and have more classes. So if that's what I do, it's, oh, more money on. I don't have to go out and do this other stuff. I can just sit here and talk more about Krishna, because it's never ending. Never stops. Chant more. Just get more elevation in this. Yeah. Even Maria thinks like that. She's also thinking already. She's thinking like this. Oh boy, I can spend more time with the devotees. Yeah. Yeah. Without devotional service to the lotus feet, physical beauty, learning, etc., are all useless. Isn't it amazing? This is Krishna. Look, Krishna sends us like beautiful women, physically young, beautiful, like Shama Sundar, right? Young, beautiful. Look at her. Now, she's got real beauty, but if it was only that physical beauty, but look at the bhakti, man. Look at the dedication to Guru, Vaishnavas, and Krishna, dedication to this path. That's what makes real beauty. That's what the Lord wants to show. You don't have to give up your beauty. You don't have to cut your hair like Claire and look like a man or shave your head. You know what they do? You see when they shave their heads, even invite you to shave your head, this false renunciation. That's real renunciation. She just comes to the real devotee, empowered with the real Krishna. Doesn't have to change. She can be herself. As a matter of fact, the beauty becomes one of attracting people to Krishna. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong. That's intelligence. The Krishna gives you real intelligence, not false renunciations. You don't need it. That's the power of our Kali Yuga avatar, Lord Caitanya. That kind of grace is coming through our Sangha. Very, very strong, powerful, clear, amazing, amazing grace. It's an up-leveled amazing grace from Christianity because there's deep knowledge involved and deep ecstasy, deep truths that they don't even understand. Rasa tattvas. They don't ask them. They can't explain. They can't even justify their ecstasy before their community of their version of Vaides. We can't. That's what I do here. I justify this as the topmost path because I'm just revealing what's in their books that they worship. They just don't understand. Right? We just bring it out, man. We can justify our behavior. Can you imagine? That's uncommon. That's why Prabhupada gave the order. Hey, man, you got my books. Go ahead, justify the behavior of the devotees 550 years ago because that's real Krishna consciousness. You can do it now. I set the stage for you. Prabhupada wrote these books for me and you guys coming here. Really. Nobody has proved otherwise. What we're going to prove. And anybody else who comes here, the Lord, Prabhupada wrote those books for you because now you're bringing everybody to the finishing work. It's not a selfish thing. Oh, Prabhupada wrote the books for me and it's always going to be like that? No, I'm going to make sure that Prabhupada wrote these books for you also. But you got to learn from Big Brother, right? Learn from Big Brother. Who is Big Brother? The Big Brother isn't in this place is not Biden's, the governments, material governments. No, that have big control issues and big money to control you and make you a slave. That's Maya. That's my Lord's illusion. No, Big Brother is big spirit, man, big ecstasy and big intelligence. Yeah, that's what you get for surrender to Krishna. Yeah, that's why all I need is truth, man. I just do what Jesus said. The Lord is very much looking for worship in spirit and truth. Yeah, spirit. What kind of spirit? Spirit of the world? Spirit of goodness? Spirit of badness? No. Pure goodness, ecstatic devotion. The Lord's very much looking for that worship. That's his highest pleasure. And when you get whiff of that, man, the highest pleasure you got, you go, whoa, wow, I'm enlightened, man. Enlightenment is no, that's my happiness. That's Vrindavan's happiness, is the pleasure of Krishna. He gives the pleasure of Krishna, his own pleasure to everybody who really knows him. It's all about giving pleasure to Krishna. The more pleasure he gets, the more happy we get. Can you imagine? No, you can't even imagine that. You have to come here. You have to go through the process, go through the fire, burn up all that karma. Just come here and let's have a bonfire. Get the marshmallows out and the popcorn, and let's just have a ball. Yeah. Right? Simple. What's the difficulty? Prabhupada used to say, what's the difficulty? Just come, take prasadam, dance, and chant. So that's what we do. We come. Hey, Kamalakanta, come take this prasadam. Come dance because of that holy name is dancing in your heart. You ready for that, Kamalakanta? Then we'll get you a ticket to Playa del Carmen. You won't have any problems. Otherwise, you'll have so many problems. Just if that's all you can do is that kind of prasadam, you got to upgrade. You got to take the upgrade, man. I know you're an old guy. You used to Windows XP. Come on, man. Come take Windows 11, man. There's a Windows. We're running on another operating system. Right? People, they see me and I tell you, I'm 69 years old almost. No, you can't be. No, of course not. I got a high operating system, man. Yeah, it works. Very high level. It computes really fast. The essence of everything. It's not hindered by all this nonsense. This illusions. These hindrances. Compute right the essence of everything, man. Devotion to Krishna. That's it, man. Love of Krishna, ever fresh, man. Play with Krishna, Vrindavan. What is this? 6969.
It's a Karuna thing, Guru Maharaj. Don't worry.
All right. So, Krishna is the Supreme Father in life and soul of everyone. Yeah, people just say these words. Krishna, they read this book. Krishna is the Supreme Father in life and soul of everyone. And it's just words. They read this book. I've seen these gurus and teachers, they're reading this book. And they just read the book. No meat and understanding of this. Krishna. Well, yeah, what does that mean? Krishna is the Supreme Father in life and soul of everyone. Yeah. Is he really? Is he your life and soul? Everybody should ask that question. Every follower of a spiritual master should ask, is Krishna my life and soul? And you should ask another question first. Well, what is Krishna? Is my life and soul? What is my life and soul, the truth? Are you ready for that question? What is your life and soul? Is it your children? Is it your mother? Is it your father? Is it your friends? Is it good deeds? Is it Varnashram Dharma? Are you living on that? Does that give you life to wake up every day? Or is your life and soul the name of God? Oh, and the feeling of God, that loves that name. Because that name is non-different than Krishna. See, the Lord has descended in this world as his name. Oh, really? Have you realized that? Because if you do, that means you got some of Radha in you. You got some of the devotion in you. Otherwise, you can't. Is that the Lord is his name? You'd have that ecstasy of knowing, wow, I'm chanting Krishna's name and Radha's name, and I feel the devotion awakening in me. Oh, and I love that name. It's so beautiful. Is that happening? Oh, now you're knowing what that sentence says. Krishna is the life and soul of everyone. Otherwise, you don't know that. Oh, well, you do know that. Oh, it's a paradox. You do know that. Oh, your father, your mother, your society, your government is your life and soul. That's why you got your little mask on. That's why you're going for the injections. Because it's your life. Maya is your life and soul. My Lord's Maya. My Lord, who wants to free you from his illusion, is your life and soul. See? He's the life and soul of everybody. But come listen to Big Brother over here who will get you free of the government, of Maya's government. We'll get you free of hypocrisies and lies and deceptions, because that's, my Lord in his shadow it's all twisted. He's just, he twists everything. He just comes as Big Brother. Come on, don't listen to Maya. Come over, listen over here, man. Listen to this word. This word will bear fruit. It'll bear attraction to the transcendental Lord. It'll teach you real knowledge, the essence of all knowledge that not even Einstein or Socrates knew, or Plato, or any of the greatest people that you praise and the world praises knows. Very attractive, transcendental, ever fresh, some moment and sublime. Simply try to develop undeviating love for the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. And then the Lord comes and makes it more clear, as oh yeah, by your blessings, this will be done. Only the blessings of real devotees like you, because you're experienced devotees. You're experiencing these things. You're experiencing these verses. You are personification of these verses. Therefore, by your blessing, by your word, I will get this. Do you have somebody like that in your life? Well, that's the big brother you need. Heartwarming words such as these would fill Vishwambara with joy. His mercy, he would say, showering his mercy, he would say, see, showering his mercy. See, he showers his mercy by playing a conditioned soul. Isn't it amazing? Playing a real disciple. That's why he came. He said, I want to know I want to experience this. I want to worship somebody that's really a devotee. And he comes as Lord Caitanya. And then he can teach even that, you see, in the position as a devotee, as a disciple. That's why those people will leave here. You're fool number one, man. Oh, I want to go to be the head. I want to be a big teacher. The smart ones, they stay here like Lalita and be a disciple, relishing the mellows of worshiping real Vaishnavas and a living one. Just like the Lord did. That's why I say I'm going to be delivered by my disciples. I get high caliber disciples here. I get those who are known by Radha and Krishna and that know Radha. Isn't that amazing? The Lord brings people here. Usually, they're spiritually advanced from the get-go. Just clear off a few little dust. Just all I do is a little dusting. You ever see people? They go around with a dust. There's not much to do. You just dust a little bit of the dust off, and all of a sudden you got a jewel. Krishna only lets me speak like this to please River, because she likes high talks. Simple living, high thinking. Lifting, he would glance at everyone showering his mercy. He said, "Your blessings carry the weight of real truth." Okay? You want real truth in this world? Don't go to Maya, man. She ain't going to tell you any. That's her job. Isn't it nice? Thank you, Maya. Thank you for coming out of the shadows. Show everybody that you lie and you cheat and you deceive everybody. That's very good. I like it. And we'll roll with that. We'll just point it out, because you're pointing it out. We'll make that more clear also. The highest truth is reality distinguished from that, distinguished from illusion. So thank you very much. You're making my job a lot easier. All they need people is to hear a little bit about, oh yeah, Maya's lying to me, cheating me all the time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. See? Your blessings carry the weight of real truth, the highest truth. You need to find that if you want to get out of this, need Big Brother. Big Brother is another name for Big Brother spiritually. Spiritual Big Brother is spiritual master, preceptor, teacher. Sadguru, the real Sadguru that's going to get you out of here, not tell you all this. Well, I'll tell you how to have a good marriage and everything. And sayonara, I'm on my motorcycle and I'm going to go save the soil. Maya, illusion. Solomon even was like that. They find out that's even futile. Knowledge, that kind of knowledge, that kind of wisdom is not wisdom of God. This is wisdom of God. Heaven and earth will pass away, but words like these will not. Why? Because they come right out of the book, man. This book is eternal. The whole world is destroyed and the Vedas go back into the Lord and come out again. Oh, these are eternal. This never stops. These words last forever. Who other than you devotees can bless me with the mercy to receive devotional attachment to the Lord's lotus feet? Bhakti Lata Bij. See, this is the postgraduate course, Prabhupada said. Anybody ready out there after 50 years being with Prabhupada? Is there any guru ready for this? We're finding out now. You've been with Prabhupada, you studied his books for 50 years. You ready for postgraduate? Are you ready to hear about Bhakti Lata Bij yet? Any of you Guru Devs out there? You want to know what it is? Can you prove that you've passed that test? Can you chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion? I would think that's devotional attachment. Can you do at least what some of my disciples are doing, chanting the holy name in ecstasy, with proving that they have devotional attachment, proving that they're with an empowered devotee? Amen. Because you can do that test right here. Does Lalita Ganga and Johan and anybody else have devotional attachment to Radha and Krishna, Shuddha Bhakti Radha and Krishna? Can you tell? Can you tell if any of Radhanath's disciples have devotional attachment? Yeah, because if they don't, well, he's not teaching this. Or how about the what do you call the Gaudiya Smiti and Radhakund Babajis? Does anybody have what you see here in this sangha? This is called devotional attachment in action, in the person personified. You didn't see any of that in the Radhakund? I didn't see any of this. Did I see it in Gaudiya Smiti? No, none of it. So I start to question. I start to have doubt. Is it bad to have doubt? Yeah, man, doubt the illusion. It's very good to doubt the illusion. Very good, because most people don't doubt it. They have great faith in illusion. They have great faith in gurus who can't give them what you see here. Great faith in many lifetime preaching. Yeah, I came to Krishna because I want to make it many lifetimes before I get Krishna. And this Gaur Haridas says, oh, just come here and you can become like Lalita and Ganga if you really surrender your heart to the truth and be set free by devotion awakening in your heart. Devotional attachment you can get in this life. You can go just, whether you're attached to this or that, you can get ruchi without being perfect like Narayan Raj taught you. He said, you go, ruchi? Are you kidding? You got to spend your whole friggin' life to renouncing austerity and all of this. And then we'll talk about a little bit of ruchi. Maybe. Yeah, look, we have people go right and get ruchi without being perfect. Isn't that wonder? Why is this? Why is this? Because we preach what's in this book, the mercy of the Lord. Prabhupada told me, preach what's in the book now. Preach now because you have this devotional. I was worshiping the Lord in ecstasy from the very beginning. See, that's why this word bears fruit, because You gotta, if you don't have devotional attachment, you cannot promote it. You cannot communicate that virus, transcendental virus, to others. That's why if it's going to happen, it has to happen with one, at least one devotee in this world preaching it. I'm not preaching Varnashram Dharma and all that preliminary stuff. Prabhupada already did that. It's time for devotion, birds and the bees, man. You're ready for transcendental relations, intimate relationships with God? Well, this is the birds and the bees. Emotional attachment. We communicate that quality to you. We wake you up. Wake that Lord up in you. That attachment to the Lord. See? And then by that ruchi, you get prematurely. The premature ruchi. That's my Lord's mercy, man. I preach premature ruchi, taste for Krishna. Premature. See, because that makes you mature very fast. That's when you get a savior, man. I don't care what mode you are. You could be in the darkest of ignorance. You could be like Jagai and Madai. You come here, you'll become you. The Lord will give you a ruchi, man, and it'll just wipe out all of that stuff. It's like a bonfire. Just burn it all up. Who but you devotees can give attachment to Krishna? If you're worshiping a devotee in ISKCON for 20, 30, or 10, or even 5 years, and you're not getting really deeply attached to Transcendental Lord, or you don't even know what that is, and you're still doing the external communion with God in the form of ceremonies and external flowers and fire sacrifices. See? You don't have a real, well, I mean, you're just learning that. Anyway, our preaching is for those who are like, okay, I want more, man. Is there anything more about Krishna? Well, yeah, of course. It's this. This is the main course, actually. This is the dessert. Ready for dessert? So I consider Lord Krishna is very pleased and he showers his mercy upon those who serve as devotees. Right? His real devotees. See, he showers his mercy in stages also. That's why Prabhupada and Bhakti, they knew this. They knew that it was stages then. That's why you see some of you, many of you have come here from ISKCON or connection with ISKCON. These stages. So now you're ready for this stage. Anybody else out there ready for this stage? See, that's why we preach, right? You got your friend coming now. What's her name? Ava? So her friend. Yeah, they have connection. Tom had connection with this. Everybody. See? Stages. Showers his mercy on those who serve as devotees. He had faith in Prabhupada's books. Many of you coming to this. But now this is the finishing work here. We're gonna, we're here. Now you can get attached to the Transcendental Lord. I'm just gonna teach transcendental topics, the essence of the essence of Hare Krishna movement now. This is what everybody will learn. That's all I'm interested in. I'm interested in those who are asking themselves, I think I really want to go to Krishna. Oh, there's some hope to do that? Yeah, just come and listen. Come listen for 30 days. Seriously. Even before you take it, like I told one lady, I'm gonna take initiation from this guru in San Francisco. I said, well, why don't you wait 30 days or something? Come listen to these classes. Because you're a guru. He's already done this, man. He said, don't go to Gohari and you're his disciple and you won't be able to surpass the test. Probably. You'll just do what he says because the Vedas say you're supposed to serve your guru and do what he says. See? I teach the Bali Marai. I teach the real Bhagavatam here. It says, well, hey man, don't do what your guru says if they're against Shuddha Bhakti. If you want the real Krishna consciousness, if you want real love of God, you got to follow these deeper principles. But a lot of people, they're just blinded by superficiality. And their guru says, don't come to Gaurahari. Well, they just blindly believe that. They don't logically think, well, why? Because you're not, see, the superficial explanation. Oh, because you're not supposed to, you have to obey your guru. It says, don't you see the Vedas say, you know, the Vedas say you have to obey your guru. See, blind belief in the Vedas, you don't understand them. And Gaurahari will counter. Hey, man, you want to do sword fight? I'll do a sword fight with you. I'll use the Bhagavatam as my sword, the real Bhagavatam. Yeah, Bali Maharaj says, hey, man, I'll give up 1,000,000 of you gurus like that. Even he could raise the dead. I'll give you up because you're against Shuddha Bhakti preaching and teaching about, people that are elevated to the spiritual platform. I give you up, and you're my guru. I give you up. Oh, how about the wives of the Brahmins? No, the wives of the Brahmins. Oh, you Brahmins are our gurus. You're our husbands, and we're supposed to follow you. Eye on you. We're going to go serve the ecstatic cowherd boys. They're really intimate with Krishna. We're going to go there because the true Vedas say to do that. The true Bhagavatam says to do that. See? So we defeat those persons who want you to blindly believe you must follow your guru. Even if he's adverse to Shuddha Bhakti, when Shuddha Bhakti is here, when a Vamana Deva is here, or an empowered spiritual master is here, an empowered devotee is here, preaching Shuddha Bhakti and love of Krishna, oh, you give up millions of gurus like that are adverse to Vrindavan, because we're just giving Vrindavan. Come in the door here, man. Come and get Vrindavan. The door is open. The portal is open. When it's closed, it's closed. It might be another 500 years, huh? Wasn't it 500 years after the disappearance of Lord Caitanya and Shamananda and Narottam? 500 years before this preaching. Who knows? Maybe another 500 years. Right now, the door is open. You think you always get this preaching? The Narayan Raj devotees are thinking, oh, there'll never be another Narayan Raj preaching like him. Oh, he's so rare. He's so unusual. They're thinking like this. Oh, you think that's rare? This is even 100 times more rare because we don't just preach purebhakti.com without the pure bhakti. We preach purebhakti.com and it comes. Beyond the hypocrisy. The real transcendental empowerment is here. These words, as they are, come true here. Right? Promise keeping. I like promise keeping. This is how that's why I'm into this, man. I know the Lord will fulfill these words. So that's why I keep speaking them. The Lord says, Go Haridas, ask me what you want. I never ask for myself. But I ask for this. Deliver the world, Lord. Come on, man. So he gives these words. I can't do this on my own. These are his words. Just simply because I want to speak. That's what I want. Of all the things you say, Lord, you want, I'm going to speak. Just let me speak these words. Let me speak the words. Give me the understanding. Let me stand under that. Let me stand under your truth. Let me be one of those where the words of salvation and liberation and much more are for the welfare of others and my brothers and sisters. Let me be like that. We'll let others heal the bodies. Let's heal the spiritual body. Let's awaken the spiritual body. Let's nourish the spiritual body. That's my work. I like to do that kind of thing. The others can do whatever they give some. Elevated devotees like yourselves are capable of granting devotional service to the Supreme Lord. You have to be that. And pure devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Nobody else can. Unless you're engaged in pure devotional service, how can you grant people that? That's why the Lord needs at least one person engaged in pure devotional service. And they have to have the order, otherwise it causes, disturbance in this. So the Lord has to say, it has my approval. See, Prabhupada told me, yeah, you're going to disturb the world. You're going to disturb my disciples. But that'll be good for them. So you do it. It has my approval. Disturb them. Disturb them from their sleep. Wake them up, for God's sake, for my sake. He busted his butt to collect all these fish in the barrel, man. Now let's take the fishiness away. Let's take the scales off. Let's skin the scales off them so the spiritual body awakens. So they're not a bunch of smelly fish in the barrel. Smelly fish is you don't have ecstatic devotion. You still smell without it. See? Smelly. Ew. Even good. Good smell. Good smell, bad smell. It's just smelly to a devotee. We need the fragrance of love of God. That's the smell. Oh, yeah, the problem is maybe a little bit later we'll get everybody on stage. Right now, you can't see the full picture with 4 people up here. Yeah, when I'm finished preaching, then I'll put you up there and anybody else. Yeah. Okay, I know that I can become attached to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Oh, I consider that it is due to my great fortune that you are teaching me the process of devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Okay? A pure devotional service. Let's get clear. Not just Vaidhi Bhakti devotional service. Okay, that's why it says devotional service. Because if you're a Vaidhi Bhakti, that's what you think. Oh, devotional service, Varnashram Dharma, like Prabhupada taught. See, yeah, but in this preaching, pure devotional service. This is as it is. That ain't as it is. That ain't the preaching that these verses are teaching. That's a contamination. Even Prabhupada said that Vaidhi Bhakti is a contamination for pure devotional service. He's his own words. I'll show you that in chapter 3 or 4 in the purport. 3, I think it is, of Adi Leela, Chaitanya Charitamrita. There's no contamination in this because these are these verses as it is, man. Direct leading into the kingdom and direct process straight up the mountain and in the lift. See, you're lifted by these words of truth. See, there's no misdirection here. I'm not coming down to another level to preach another level. And then later on, after 50 years or 50 lifetimes, you come to this level. I'm preaching this level in the book that was preached 550 years ago that got the result of ecstatic love of God. That's why it's here. See? Not misdirection. Direct into the kingdom is the conception, the proper channel, birth channel to the second birth. Not the banana and fire and the Brahman thread around birth. The real second birth, the internal birth of Krishna in you, who stays your friend forever type birth. I know. See how the Lord is teaching? Isn't it beautiful how the Lord takes the position as a disciple? Why wouldn't anybody want to have a position, disciple of a real guru, a real devotee? These guys weren't even acting as good. The Lord is showing the principle. Just find a real devotee, a real associate of the Lord. Go talk to Lalita for a few hours, man, and you'll see your whole life will change. She's a real devotee, man. She's worshipable even by me. Anybody with ecstatic devotion is worshipable by anybody and everybody, and the Lord himself. He worships his devotees. Why shouldn't I worship the Lord's real devotees? Why should my nature be different than God? If it is, there's something wrong with somebody speaking. If you can't make a few disciples like this, find somebody who can. And then you found the door into the kingdom of God, even in this life. Otherwise, there's no such. Not yet. Prabhupada said it's not in every life you get a bona fide spiritual master. It's true. Well, people have that here now. Oh, John Andre's going to take the red pill. All right. So be it. Dude, this is how to maneuver through the real matrix, man. You know, you got to surpass the Lord's Mahamaya. Mahamaya is everywhere. Mahamaya is in goodness and badness. There's Maya even in liberation. It's still, you don't know the true Lord yet, not the full extent, partial understanding. See, that's oneness. Oh yeah, you think I've arrived, I've realized Brahman, I realized, no, partial. You got to realize simultaneous oneness and difference. Why? Because that's the full extent of realization. Because you got to see how Yoga Maya works. See, not just oneness, you got to see your difference and the Lord's difference from you and be able to relate to the Lord, communicate. Just like I'm in a different body than Lalita's. We're one, but different too. That's why we can have conversation, we can talk, we can communicate, we can appreciate each other's company, right? Oneness and difference. This is a miracle. Usually people reach this level of realization and nobody else can come up to the standard. They didn't get the order yet. They go over the Radha Kund or they sit in a cave and they chant alone with God. And they don't have any family members. But my Lord is so powerful and so desirous to make families. He likes this family affair. He even started with Jesus, you know. They started families. You notice it wasn't just Paul or John or Peter alone with God and Jesus. They had families. And not just families of Pharisee types and Brahmins, you know, pipes and renunciates and all of that. No, devotee families, like you read in this book. These kind of families, they laugh, they cry, they choke up. You know, they're engaged in transcendental activity type families. Well, that's the family we got here. That's why even Maria said, wow, this is really different. This is very different. Yeah, the Lord shows her these things. Why? She's got a sincere heart. Yeah, I get to have friends like that here, even in Playa Carmen. So Kamalakanta, you see, even Gohari gets some mercy here. Even Lalita, she approves. She says, oh, you got a nice friend there. This is a good friend for you. Right? You told she's a good friend for you. See, she approves. Oh, okay, man, you know. See, even in Playa del Carmen, I get it. Somebody like that statue. Somebody who likes what she does. Oh, man. Right off the bat. Can you imagine? We do a little dusting, or the Lord does a little dusting, what you're going to see? Oh, boy, watch out, man. And she's a healer, too. Look, Lalita told me, she said, look at the eye. It's already healed already. Before, it was all black and blue. Look at this one. Quick. So I know that I can become attached. I mean, just these verses. This is it, man. This is Krishna consciousness, and not why. That's why I don't go over. Why go anywhere else? This is it. This is what the world needs to know. This is what you Vaidhi Bhaktas need to know. This is what ISKCON needs to know.
This is what Gaudiya Samiti needs to know. This is what Radhakund Babaji's need to know. This paragraph. It's all here. And it's all here. See, it's in the book paragraph and it's in the living Sangha paragraph. It's in the relationships of living devotees, which is makes it work. Means the prototype is here. The working prototype. The working prototype is not yet in ISKCON. It's not in Gaudiya Samiti. This is the working prototype. This is real Krishna consciousness. This is the real thing. This is the real deal, not the fake deal. This is not just a handshake with Krishna. We'll shake hands and someday you'll meet me. We're not even shaking hands. Here, this is the embrace of the Lord, isn't it? Is this not the embrace of the Lord? Are you not being embraced by Krishna and Lord Caitanya? Do you feel that? Like just like the Lord would, the people would pay obeisances. That's all you have to do. You just do what the people did back then. They paid obeisances to the Lord just picked them up and embraced them. You see how it works? You see, Maria comes, Amy comes. Oh, I really like your preaching. That's paying obeisance, giving respect to this preaching, and the Lord's picking them up and embracing them, and giving real realizations, helping them overcome Maya like that. Can you imagine 20, 30 years in the Narayan Raj groups, Radhe, Pure Bhakti got come and still didn't come yet. So anyway, we're here to help you guys. You want the pure bhakti that you've been professing. You'll get that here. Otherwise, you'll just profess it, and you'll do your just like not much. It's just like the world. What's the difference between politics in the world and politics in religion? It's politics still, right? What's the difference of manipulating and control in the world and religion? That's why the politicians in the world go into religion, because they think it's a better level of control. It's hearts that are not purified. So you come here, you get the real deal, the real thing. We're the verses personified, man. We're Bhagavad Gita. The conclusion of Bhagavad Gita is here, man. So yeah, abandon all varieties of religion and its motivations and its motivated leaders and their hypocritical hypocrisies, their deceptions, and just surrender to Krishna and Radha. And that's what people, they think, well, we're surrendered. Yeah, you're surrendered to Krishna's name, but it's hard. It shows you hard. You're surrendered to his name, but you're not surrendered to Radha. You don't know who she is. Well, we know who she is, and we desire her. We desire devotion is her. Her personified form is devotion. Her representative form is the devotees who have that gift, that rare gift of bhakti, pure bhakti dot coming to them. See, come here. Pure bhakti dot coming is here. The transcendental coming. The ecstasy. What do you think it is? Why do you think that word? Calm. That's just the calm version. We're the come version. Man. There's a lot of coming here. Man. Coming, ecstasy, intimacy. All these words are about Krishna, ultimately. The ultimate coming. See, coming is what? Communing, right? Oh, it's in the ecstasy. You know how the men and women, they want to come together. See, it's a thing, but it's physical and it's material. It ain't the real deal. But this is. You want to come together with Krishna. See, coming together, Krishna is ecstatic and the devotee is ecstatic. That's what we teach here. That's what we show here. That's what we demonstrate here. That's what we communicate to people coming here. That kind of coming with God. Oh, it's fantastic. We have witness program. We got Lalitas and Johans, you know. Powerful paragraph, isn't it? Everything is in this thing. And this is the thing. This book is just filled with unlimited truth, the essence of truth that people need to know. Everybody, even ISKCON and Gaudiya, they need to know this truth. I'm for you guys. I ain't against you. It seems like it. It seems like it because I'm just pulverizing your illusions, man. And you believe in your illusions, so it seems like it's a fight. There's no fight. It's just an illusion, man. You already won. Like Krishna says, I already won. You can just be an instrument. I'm just being an instrument. He's already won. This is his desire. I'm just willing to be an instrument. Are you guys out there? You want to come here? You want to be part of this team? Are you willing to be the Lord's instrument? He's already won, man. What is this illusion? This is desire. Is this a golden age or what? Well, you don't believe that? I believe. I know this. It's already a golden age right here. We're the vein of the Lord. We're the blood flowing through this vein here, man. And vein is expanding. The life is expanding. Yeah. In great humility, the Lord would fall down and catch the feet of the Vaishnavas. Yeah. So when people follow that example, the real Vaishnavas are here. We prove it every day. If you can chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotees and all the symptoms you read in the book are manifest, which are here, and you catch and hold the feet and give respect to this preaching, oh, you guys have found the real way because it's demonstrated in your person. Boy, you're chanting the holy names with great ecstatic devotion, just like the verse says in chapter 23 of the Majjhima Kanda of love of God, the highest goal of life. You're doing that, man. Sometimes you laugh and cry and all that stuff, and you don't care about us outsiders. You don't care about us Vaidhi Bhaktis. You don't care about us illustrious Narayan Rajas, the purebhakti.coms without the pure bhakti. You don't care about us. You just care about ecstatic devotion. Wow. Yeah, I give respect to that preaching. That's all you have to do. And my Lord will embrace you and bring you all the way up to Ruchi without being perfect. You can drop that thing of trying to be perfect to attain God, because that's not the way you're going to do it. You're going to get it through the mercy of real devotees. You have the verses in this book here, manifest right before your eyes, right before your ear. That's all you need. That's called the book Bhagavat and the real devotee Bhagavats that represent the book. Now you're going to be able to understand this book and appreciate it. And you'll know, oh, this book is my Lord. I love this book. I love these real conceptions because it makes me real, makes me alive, and not fake, not a false ego, false ID. It puts me in my real identity. He would render menial service by wringing out the wet cloth of one, folding the devotee of another, the dhoti of another. Sometimes he brought the clay from the Ganga. For one, sometimes he brought a heavy blanket of flowers. And that's for you guys that are not ecstatic. If you're not ecstatic yet, do what you can do. Just be here, be a friend of the devotees. And just simply by that, doing whatever you can do, you're going to get the highest goal of life because you're serving real devotees like the Lord was serving real devotees who had the same symptoms that we have. The Lord has blessed us with these symptoms. We can't do this I could never have attained this on my own. It's all pure grace. Grace obviously of another life, because I just picked up the book and simply by contact with the Bible, I was lifted into the kingdom. Just by contact with the Bhagavatam, I was lifted into the kingdom. I love the devotees from the very beginning. I had faith in them from the very beginning, just like you will. If you come back in this life because you've attained the same thing that I've attained, you've been given the gift that I've got now, You will be like that. You just, as soon as you get the book or a devotee comes before you, you'll start to cry and laugh and all. You don't go backwards. You don't have to do some. These persons are still doing a hard course in Vaidhi Bhakti until they meet devotees like this here. Well, here is very rare. You might, if some Krishna gives you the intelligence, you'll come here quickly. Otherwise, if you pass this opportunity, who knows? Maybe it'll be another 550 years. Maybe you'll be born in a Western time, with a bunch of cowboys, and you get shot up by Billy the Kid or something. Who knows? You'll be in the gun battles, and then you die, and then you come back, and you go and listen. You're a student of Einstein or something. You get all that mundane knowledge in your brain, and you think that is so great. Who knows? Or you're a student of Socrates, you learn all this wisdom of the world, and but right now, what Lord Caitanya brought, which is always the highest thing, he's the incarnation of this age, is being brought here again. We're just reviving the truth, reviving this book. You see, the book was dead. It's dead in the hands of dead gurus, man. We're just reviving, bringing the life out of this book, man, into the Word. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God and is God and always will be God. So the Word is in the book, but you can kill the Word. Just speculate on that word. Just make checklists about what a real guru isn't. And you spoil the world. You spoil the world. Yeah, you spoil the world and you spoil the Word. I don't spoil it. I just tell you what's in the Word is. And that Word is personified. You can see it. Everybody can see it. Man. You can see, look at this. Same bhakti is communicated to devotees like Lalita and Johan and Janakis and all you guys out there. Hey, the Word is made flesh. It's made in you. See, it made your flesh spirit. Isn't that amazing? That's a miracle. Lalita's flesh is spirit, man. You can see it. In this way, the Lord would serve his own devotees and servants every day, performing all the varieties of errands for him. And when that happens in your heart, when you meet a real devotee, and from your heart you're getting purified, you'll want to serve the devotees. Because it's the Lord in you serving. The Lord's nature is to serve his devotees. And when you do that, that shows you're now on the same platform as the Lord. The Lord is using you. Otherwise, you can't serve the devotees. When you feel enthusiastic, like Tom yesterday, he was making these videos. He's serving the devotees. He knows. I told him, I said, boy, that'd be really great if you could do that. And he does. He says, I feel really enthusiastic. That's what it's all about, Tom, isn't it? See, now the Lord is showing you the enthusiasm of serving Krishna by serving his devotees. Because he likes to do that. And he's showing you you're getting the mercy because you're liking to do what he likes to do. You're on the same page now. And that goes for everybody else. When you like to serve the devotees. I just see, I see those who like to serve the devotees. Yeah, Lalita, she's always so eager to serve the devotees any way she can. When she finds real devotees, she wants to serve. Maria, oh boy, I want to give her something. Help her out, man. She wants to serve devotees. This is from her heart. Oh, Gauri, you need something. Look at the Evo. Oh, then Gauri wants to help him. Dave says he wants to do this. From his heart. He said, don't even say thank you, he told me. Don't even say thank you. Just Dave wants to do this. See, pure from his heart. You don't have to be anything. So I told him, don't worry about any little problem you have. It doesn't matter. Man, the Lord is with you. The Lord's giving you faith in the real thing, man. Everything will be well for you and everybody else who has faith in this preaching, because this preaching is very real. This is the word of the Lord. It really is. Check it. Am I saying anything not in this book? Or is it just getting more clear? Now that's how you know a prophet. That's how you know an acharya. The Lord is really using them. Because only the Lord can make these things clear to me even. I can't understand on my own. It's always a Jesus thing. It's always a Prabhupada thing with the real devotee empowered. Always. I didn't write these books. It's the Lord dictated them, Prabhupada said, right? Don't think I can do this on my own. I cannot, of myself, I can do nothing. It's always that way. Do you realize that? Or do you think you're doing it on your own? No, it's the power of the name, man. The name of God and the feeling for God. Power of Radha and Krishna. Devotion to Krishna. Power of devotion to Krishna. Miracles. People will become saved from the power of love of God. One person, love of God. Because of your ecstatic love, Madhavindapuri, I'm going to deliver the world. I'm going to appear and deliver the world. That's the promise of the Lord. That's why he's already done it. He will do it. Because of the love of the devotees here, he's delivering the world. It's always only like that. There's no love of God, no deliverance. There's no even Vaidhi. You don't have the strength to bring people into Vaidhi. Not for very long. Yeah, that's how it works there, Christina. All the scriptures proclaim that Lord Krishna is everyone's dearest friend. Lord Krishna never hates or dislikes anyone. You see? If you're really intimate with the Lord, you will be like that. Don't hate or dislike anybody. You want to help everybody. You're the friend of everybody, even though people may not know it because you preach so much truth. See? If a devotee actually doesn't preach, people will just feel he's a friend of everybody because he's not attacking my Maya. But sometimes a devotee is, they have to help people. They have to speed up the process. There needs to be divine intervention. Otherwise, without divine intervention, without really truth being spoken beyond mode of goodness, mode of goodness is you preach, you speak just words that are palatable. Oh, I see. Well, then everything will just be mode of goodness at best. No, you have to slice the Maya up, even the mode of goodness. He never hates or dislikes anyone. This process is so amazing, so powerful. It takes hatred out of your heart. It is nice. It is so wonderful to live without hate. Hate blinds us. It blinds us to material dualities. See? We can't become the friend of everybody. There's still going to be aversion towards, the good or the bad. If you're a bad person, you'll be averse to the good. And if you're a good person, you'll be adverse to the bad. Back and forth. Okay? Transcendence is here. See? Come get attached to the holy name and be on the same platform as the Lord. Not God, but on the same platform. You'll be of the same mentality as God. I'll tell you, it's a much better place to be. You're in the eye of the hurricane. See, it's peaceful there. Otherwise, you're in the hurricane, part on the side of the good and the bad. See, the winds are going there, shaking everybody around. Yeah, we all want prasadam to be palatable, but you know, people that don't appreciate the holy name, they think this palatable food is poison, don't they? Why do they call devotee? That's why you see Vaidhi. If you have a Vaidhi mentality, that you have faith in rules, regulation, I mean, like really dedicated to rules, that gives you life and everything, and you see this going on, you'll think this is very unpalatable. Is it unpalatable to us there, Lalita? We don't find this unpalatable.
I don't understand the word.
Yeah, you can't. You can say
And
I can't hear you, but you know, because I have this
I,
microphone plugged in. So if I unplug
ah,
it, I'll lose the whole thing.
I will write. I
I'm,
will
I'm
write.
going to take it off in a minute, and pretty soon, and then everybody can come on that once. Okay, you know. So yet he is even willing to break this injunction for his pure and dedicated devotees. See, he's equally disposed to all living entities, yet he is even willing to break this injunction for his pure and dedicated devotees. You see what he's doing? You have to break, if you want to do something significant, I have to break the injunctions. I have to break the injunctions of this. The injunctions are in the mode of goodness. They, you don't speak anything unpalatable. You know, you follow. Prabhupada said in Nectar Devotion, when you attain real devotion, you just go around and act like a neophyte. See? But for the sake of pure devotional service, I preach this. I preach goodness ain't it. It's not it yet. Otherwise, there would be no preaching. I wouldn't be, you know, I have to preach something unpalatable. I have to preach to people who consider the mode of goodness palatable, that it is the highest level of real bhakti. This is unpalatable to be disturbed, to disturb their belief. But their belief is still an illusion. They are still going to take another birth. Prabhupada is giving me the order, giving me the approval to preach, to destroy that misconception so that people can really be delivered. Mode of goodness is not good enough. You have to reach the transcendental plane. I got to preach pure devotional service principles. I have to preach words that don't pass away. Mode of goodness, goody two shoes words will. These words won't. These are eternal. These go in the Lord and stay in the Lord and come out. Well, okay, you got to understand there, Tour. Basically, you and Lalita, yeah, other devotees. I mention a few of them. There are more, but I can't sit here and go through the whole list every friggin' time. You know who you are. If you have some maybe envy and jealousy and you weren't mentioned, well, that's good for you too. You're just getting purified. Yeah, devotee, pure devotee, when you really get it, you don't care what people say. You know who you got. You don't even need my acknowledgement. You got God's acknowledgement. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of bhakti there, Christina. That's why. I noticed you're looking. You know, when I see the devotees bhakti, when they have bhakti, they start to shine. See? That's Radha and Krishna. It says in um, Nectar Devotion that Krishna is very attractive to women. And the opposite. If you're a woman, Krishna be very attractive to men also. But it's Radha and Krishna because you got to have both, actually. And people misunderstand it at first. They think it's a bodily thing because it's kind of mixed in for them. Doesn't matter. They'll get purified. Just like that, you know, the prostitute came to Krishna, was very attracted. It was a little mixed because she had bodily, stuff going. It's just natural. We got bodies, right? And then you got an attractive devotee, and there was Krishna there, So she wanted to have conjugal relations too with him. You're natural. It's okay. He actually did. He went on. He was on the bed with her and everything. Doesn't, of course, Bhagavatam doesn't explain all that, but he was probably having, whatever she wanted. Doesn't matter. You can't. Just like you gotta, people, you gotta grow up. You cannot pollute a devotee or Krishna. Why? Because they have love of God. It's the most pure energy. See, if you're a Vaidhi Bhakti, of course you gotta, like Ajamil. Look at him. He saw a prostitute and he became attracted and he became polluted. He never recovered until the last breath of his life. Devotees, what are they? They're moving in this world and they have a body and they may get a little attracted to this and that and all that and they engage, may not, whatever, but still the Lord purifies them because they have ecstatic devotion. It's very powerful. This is the meaning of Bhagavad Gita verse. Krishna, Arjuna said, well, what about your devotee? You have some devotees and they get in doing abominable things. Some abominable. What would, people in the mode of goodness might think is abominable. And Krishna says, my devotees, don't worry about them. I protect them. I purify them, even though they may be engaged in abominable things. And that doesn't give you a license. Devotees don't feel they have a license for this. But this is a special protection. You want it, man? Come here. You'll get the special protection of Krishna and Radha. They'll purify. You may make some indiscrepancies. You may, have some problems, especially when you're dealing with the Maya here in this world. There might be something, but they'll rectify everything. And only they can really do it. Love of Krishna is the most purest thing in the world. To chant the holy name in great ecstatic devotion, you'll never have a more purifying force in your life. You'll never have a friend that will never leave you, even though you do stupid things sometimes. And we all do. Vaidhi Bhaktas do also. The Lord will be with you, and then you'll become a relaxed devotee like here. I feel I can relax, man, because I have Radha and Krishna on my side. And that's all I teach here. Get Radha and Krishna on your side, for God's sake, man. Get the best friend in the whole universe that's not even here in this universe. Get them out of the material world, spiritual world, and bring them here. Well, that's what we do. You come here, it's what you're going to get. The Lord is going to be drawn to you because this is authorized. This is bona fide. It's not a bone. It's a bona fide way to get the Lord. Ask Lalita. She's before me. That's why I say, ask Johan, ask Christina, ask, a lot of you guys out there, Govinda, Freddy's, Amy, ask them. Tuka, ask him. Evo, ask him. We have to go through the whole list. Janaki. Hey, good. Thank you there, Tuka, for coming. You can go on YouTube to watch this too, because I broadcast simultaneously. You can even come on when I'm ready to come. Okay, you know what? I think I got to save my voice. It's getting strained. Okay, anybody else who wants to come on?
I will go. I will go.
So let's see. Christina, there you go. Oops. Oh, it's circling. Okay, anyway, you're on there, but
I go.
Tom.
I will go.
Whoever else wants to come. Oh yeah, let me take this. Okay, I'm going to go off here, but I'll be right back on.
There's no sound anymore. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Oh.
So, Christina, give us a report.
Oh my, I don't know what to say. This is so amazing, you know. This morning, every time I wake up and Krishna is making me laugh and cry, and it's so beautiful to have the Lord. Really is. And it really is what you say. It's purifying. To be here purifies your heart. Whenever there is something that is still impure, the Lord takes it out. And it's really wonderful. And it's really wonderful to see in your life how these scriptures become reality in your daily life. It's really beautiful, you know, like that story about the saint and the prostitute. It becomes reality. And I think, yeah, I see these men and they think they don't understand because I'm much older, but they are really flabbergasted like that. But they don't understand. And then I have an entrance to start talking about Krishna. And then they are, wow, this is amazing. Then I bring them to Krishna. Wow, that's really so fantastic.
Yeah.
Then to be able to give them that ray, to touch their hearts, to bring them on another way, on another path, and they have been so far. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. To keep them waiting, and in the meantime, spread Krishna.
Yeah.
Really great. So beautiful. It's only because we have been here, you know, and sometimes, you know, Krishna comes in me and he starts talking, but I should better put on the video instead of talking to the mirror. Yeah. Okay. And but I love to spread Krishna because that is my life. That is my life, to be with him and to talk to people and to spread it. And that's what Krishna wants. Krishna wants to be known everywhere, and he wants everyone to be with him and to feel the love for him.
That's right.
Yeah, so what else can we do? What else can we do? This is the only thing that matters and that we can do in our lives, because otherwise our life is useless. If we don't do this, nothing else matters. And we can never escape from this. We can never, we cannot escape from reality no matter where we are. This is a reality. And wherever we are hiding, we cannot hide, because the truth is the truth. It's there, and that's it. Mm.
Yeah, Maya is a place to hide. That's all it is. People are hiding in Maya.
Yeah.
But they're not really hiding because Krishna's there in the form of the illusion. But it's not a very good life.
No. So I'm very happy that you came, even though it's not always easy. It's for the tough ones, for the ones who have endurance.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I really get so touched. Yeah, it's for the tough ones who really want Krishna. But if you once felt Krishna, you want more. And you have to go through the purifications. You have to go continue. And it's only getting better.
Yeah.
It's
There's
only getting
more room for bhakti.
yeah.
It's just burning up the old
Ah,
stuff fast, quick.
yes.
This is the fast track. Instead of like many lifetimes, you burn it up so fast. All this ecstatic devotion, it just
Yes.
burns up more. Brings it
Yes.
out.
Yes. And I can relate to what you said about you having in your previous life or already having experiences with God and see these scriptures, and that makes you already ecstatic. And I remember, I never forget the moment where I was sitting on that couch with Tom and Govinda, and for the first time I heard you talking, and immediately the tears started flowing, because I felt, now I came home. Now I am.
Ah,
This is it. I come home because now this is what I have been looking for. This is truth. This is reality. This is it. Yeah.
I
And then
remember it.
immediately it I knew it, because, and that you recognize it because you already knew it. And it's really, it's, yeah, then everything falls in its place. And it's wonderful to hear you talking about Maria, and that she is a healer and things. And it's, if she is a healer and then meets you, that's really the perfect combination. Like, I also maybe I was on the path of healing and, therapist and things like that. But if you
Yeah.
combine that with you, then you become real good one, because then you get purified, and then you have God. If you can bring God to people, wow.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, maybe you can have some talks with her too.
Yeah, I love to.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I know
I don't
this.
know. Are you
I
on a
know.
friends list? Give her a friend request.
Yeah, I will. And I know how it feels, because I know if she has contact with spirit souls who have passed away, I have that too. I had that before.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
great.
know that. And so I really love to engage with her. Yeah, sure. I love
Yeah,
to reinforce the share experiences, and
yeah.
it all
That'd be great.
becomes perfect. It all not perfect, but it all becomes blessed by the Lord. And then, wow, then you come home. Then your soul starts to blossom because of Krishna's son and the relationship. And that's
Yeah.
wonderful. And people from India, I have them on the chat, and they sometimes they call me and they like it, and then I can read and talk about Krishna. It's
Wow.
wonderful. It's the Lord's way. He brings you people to do whatever Krishna wants you to do. And it, I want what Krishna wants. So that's the highest happiness, to do Krishna's will.
That's great.
Yeah. Thanks to you, because you brought this all. You are the boon on the cake. Yeah, it's true. That's it. So that was my word for today. And thank you, all of you. Thank you, all of you. And I love to see Krishna in all of you.
Awesome.
Yes. Thank you, Lalita. Thank you, River. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.
Okay.
That's all I can
All right.
say.
All right. Good. Who wants to give another word? How about you, River? You want to give a word?
Mhm. The path's working, Maharaj. We just drag our feet for some reason because we're so attached to material things. We drag our feet, but the path is working. It's coming clearer, and it's great to be here. Yeah, it's working. It's great to be enthusiastic to serve the Lord. The energy, the spiritual energy of enthusiasm that emanates from you to the heart to serve the Lord in that is the great potency, the potency of the Lord. I'm so grateful, Maharaj. Oh my God, I'm so grateful. I'm so glad I never left and could stay here with you and just keep moving through your words, moving through the constant, what are they called? Material emotions that come up, the psychological self, and that coming up and allowing and to just keep doing it. Because I tried the material stuff, it's never worked. This is the only thing that's worked for me in such detail and such depth, to completely lift one out of this material world, beyond this place of suffering for people. Just lift us out. It's like clear. If I could make a film of what's been happening, it'd be great. So, all glories to your lotus feet, Maharaj, for your constant service again and again, your constant believing in us all, and allowing us to come through and allowing us to just keep with you and keep attached to your lotus feet, keep drinking. I don't really see it like the drinking. I don't know, I'm drinking or eating something because it's filling me up. People are drinking material juice like it's the best thing for the body. I mean, I noticed this a while ago. Everybody's drinking juice, all about juice. This is the real juice. This is a real eternal nectar of life, the real eternal nectar of life. And there's nothing like this. Even the bees are dying. They say that the bees are dying out and dying out. The real honeybees are here. The real true honeybees of the Lord are here at the Lord's lotus feet. And it's all happening. I feel the empowerment of him more than before. This lovely, gentle, gradual process, being the space that you hold for us so we can come through every time, just holding on to your apron strings, Maharaj, just following you about. It's a great path, and it is for everyone, and everybody's where they are in their own place. It's okay, it's how it is, but everything changes and everything moves, and we move closer to the Lord. It's thank you so much. Thank you to all the devotees in the Sangha, this great family we have, this great team, this great company that everybody belongs to. Everybody does, but the ones that are coming in and realizing that and showing that and living that and sharing all of those great gifts that you keep giving us. Confirmed. You can't hear the machine, but yeah, confirmed. So much, and it's such an experience to live this experience with you and the devotees and the family, to be together in this spiritual family. Wow, quality devotees. The real true family is building from real quality, from you, and then moving on. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. People will see it. Oh my God, I saw it. I've been, oh my, and the way I am, have been, sorry. It will happen. It will really, it's really, well, why did I say that? It's happening. It's happening again and again. I feel so strongly empowered. And I felt the growth. I felt the growth of the nectar of devotion, the growth of that. Our life force, our living life force. My gosh, my God.
Hallelujah!
Oh my God, Maharaj.
Why, Guru?
I'm just like you bouncing up and down on your what do they call
hallelujah.
it? Ball. I'm just like inside
Bounce on your balls.
bouncing up and down inside.
Bouncing on your balls.
Thank you very much.
Big
Thank
balls.
you to Tom and to
Big
Lalita,
balls.
yourself, to Christina for coming back and realizing, that this is home. This is real home, real shelter, real protection, and it's home. It's where the real heart is. Home is where the heart is.
Home is where the balls are.
People are coming. They really are, and thank you so
Coming
much.
all over the shop.
And I'm so grateful to be the witness.
Coming all over the place.
And know that position. And be that position.
Jizz all over the place.
And do my work.
Shut up, Karuna.
Oh, can you hear Karuna?
Jizz.
Yeah.
Krishna jizz.
I've got my head anyway. Thank you, Maharaj. There's
Krishna
so much more I
jazz.
can say, but you know,
Big jizzy
you
Krishna.
can feel it. I can feel.
I can feel it.
I've told him. I'm sorry.
Big
I apologize
avocados.
for how I was on the camera. I'm talking to Karuna here, and I'm actually saying certain things to him. But my heart is fine, Maharaj.
Don't wash your underpants.
It's just come out.
Come out.
You know. So anyway, so I apologize for
Send
that.
us your underwear.
He's here. Karuna is here as well.
We want Lolita's underpants.
Shut up.
We want big, dirty, stained underpants.
Stop distracting.
Hey, shut up there.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Shut up, Karuna. It's just
Wear them on
boring.
our heads and run around Ostend.
Karuna,
like
it's
a
just boring
bunch of
now.
Gerbils.
You know,
It's just boring.
shut up, Karuna. Be quiet.
Yeah, it's just boring.
What's boring?
You're just distracting
Should I
me.
go right ass away like
You
you
just
don't
hey,
like
you know,
it.
this is an
that.
attention thing. You know?
Yeah, it just
And
wants to take
it's
your
not
attention.
good.
No,
You know,
just
it's not good when people hear that kind of talk. They just shut up, man. Go
I'm so
to
dead
the
right
Christians or
now.
something.
I am so
right
dead.
now.
Yeah,
You know,
you need
go
to go
ring
to
the
church.
bells.
Go to church.
Go to church.
Ring my bell.
Yeah, it's
Altar
Go ring
boy.
the bells.
Big bells.
Okay.
yeah. Thank you, Maharaj.
Okay.
Big long
Anyway,
bells.
thanks. Yeah,
Other
so
bells.
go ahead and
Bells off.
go ahead and mute your mic there. Yeah, thank you there. Great testimony. Thank you. Lolita, give us a word.
Yeah, it was a great class, like always, Guru Maharaj. I was flying. I was just flying, sitting in this big cloud where so many things are moving. This vibration that's moving constantly, it's so beautiful. Having this Radhe, oh my God. Having this connection with Radhe and having her advice all the time, and this relationship is so precious. This is really so precious. Having her help and her advice, and oh yeah, how she's bringing us to Krishna. This is so fantastic. Yeah, it's really you're making everything so clear and so much more deeper. If I see videos of 3 years ago and I see now, my God, I can't believe what a difference this is. I can't believe it. How much more Radhe is showing us more and more. This is unbelievable. Just by sitting there and listening and not understanding what you say, just by staying there, staying connected. Yeah, that's a really magical process. And like, yeah, Mona
Actually, she's bringing Krishna.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've got to deep understand this. Yeah, it's because if you understand that, you know the real value of Krishna
Yeah,
consciousness.
it's like when the Lord Caitanya said, that my devotees bring me like Advaita's chanting ecstasy and Haridas' chanting ecstasy. He said they were chanting, it was the ecstasy of their worship that brought Krishna. So he brings Krishna here, and that's how we get it. Get the supreme. We get clear. It just dispels all the illusion of the Maya. That's what's happening now. Like you say, these classes get deeper because we're discussing Krishna. And Prabhupada said in the purport in Bhagavatam that everything in these discussions get more and more clear. But this clarity is not just any kind of clarity. You're getting more and more clearer, clarifying the Maya, the illusion, until it dissipates. That's like that. The healing. The real healing is the snake of truth swallowing the snake of illusion. Okay? Swallowing the illusion. That's what we're doing. It's like that fire of the illusion. See, it's That's why it's gonna fire. It's coming inside mouth. See Krishna's mouth? Fire. He swallowed the fire. What we're doing is swallowing the fire. The fire is Maya. It burns everybody up. So we swallow that fire. True. It's beautiful. It's amazing. That's why it's getting so deep. Swallowing the illusions disappear.
Some of your words are disappearing.
Oh, they're disappearing?
Yeah. Although I muted my mic while you were speaking.
Sorry. See, radiate. It's good listening. Do more realization. Okay, so yeah. What else there, Lily?
You're a joker. Joking about my long conversations. They're not always that long, depends with whom. This was extremely long. I thought, I hope he's not coming, seeing me talking again.
I don't know. I just heard from River, and I hear from Janaki the long. You guys, well, I've been talking to Lalita for an hour and a half. You know,
3 hours.
3 hours. And then I noticed they become really ecstatic. And I put 2 and 2 together. I thought, I see what Krishna. It's a vibration. It's like Sarvabhauma. See, Sarvabhauma, the Lord just sat with him and talked with him for hours, and all of a sudden he became purified. Okay, Tom, what do you got? Give us a word.
I feel so happy to be with these great teachers here. Really, thank you all. And I don't like to be in the middle of detention, but sometimes I feel I have to learn to get rid of that false ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Hey, you got Christina over there. Maybe go visit her again.
yes, I really want to. I can walk again towards her.
Uniting.
We have to talk many hours. Yeah.
That's right. Talk a few hours with her. I think it'd become ecstatic.
The record is Sim Leeuwenhard. Yes. I have a record. I was talking with him for hours, maybe like 9 hours on one. That's a record with Sim Leeuwenhard. I had some long talks.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. What else?
I feel more empowered, and I feel we have to make use of this empowerment and this teamwork, and it feels more empowered when we are together. When we go on the street, meet people, we have to. I feel we have to work as a team.
Yeah, I think you and Christina, since Christina's there, you guys can go on the street and have some fun. You watch. That's why Jesus put 2 or together. He said 2 or more. You know, he would send them in 2s. Get more action. You see, people are more overwhelmed with 2 devotees. It's better. You overwhelm the Maya. Yeah, it'll be fun. You'll have some real transcendental pastimes out. I'm going to take Maria out there. So take her out. Put her out. Put her to work on the streets. Transcendental pimping. We're going to pit Krishna. Okay, so thank you very much. I think we'll call it an end now and come back. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, everybody. Have a good day.